How's it going, everybody? This is Dale from Upstate Bets. I'm here with my partner Reoz, and we got a nice 10-game slate over here on Wednesday. So today we're on PrizePicks, of course. Come over to PrizePicks if you would like. It's the best place to do player props. They have a free square for Joe Burrow for the playoffs right now. He just needs half a passing yard to go over his line, and you can pair up different player props between sports. So NBA you can pair up with any other sport across the board. You can see across the top they have everything from NBL, CSGO, esports, PGA, college sports, whatever you are into. They're adding more states as we go as well. They're not legal across the entire United States yet, but they're adding more states each and every week and every month that goes by. They keep on expanding. So come over to PrizePicks if you like, and if you do, sign up using promo code UPSTATE. They're going to match your first deposit all the way up to $100 as well. So before we get to the player props, Riaz is going to tell you about the Patreon content.
Patreon's going to be linked in the description below. Only $15 a month. We've had a rough couple of about a week over on the Patreon. We want to be honest with you guys. We don't want to do any false advertising, but we know when we go on a bad stretch, a good stretch is not too far behind. And we had a pretty decent night last night. We went 2-2. We hit one out of our two pick powers. The greatest thing about PrizePicks is you're basically pairing up people winning 3x, 5x, 10x, 25x. So all it takes is one really good night to win a ton of money. That's why we love PrizePicks. And for a cheap amount, for two for the price of one, you really cannot beat it, especially with the NFL this weekend, a ton of NBA games. I highly recommend signing up. I believe that we are due for a straight week and a half, 2 weeks, maybe a full month of straight winners. We're super excited. We're locking into these games. Highly recommend checking it out. It's going to be linked in the description below. You can also find it at patreon.com/upstate.
And we also just got our Discord fired up for our Patreon members only. So if you're on the Patreon, you do get access to the Discord. There is some things going on in the works. Not everyone is over there yet. We're trying to get everybody in, work out the kinks, and once everyone's in, it's going to be a really good time. Not only do you just get our picks, but you can have a conversation, not only with us, but amongst the other members who are on the Patreon, and you guys can figure out, what is good tonight, especially on a big 10-game slate. There's a lot of player props to choose from, and a lot of good matchups tonight. So that's definitely something to look at as well. So let's dive into the player props, Riaz. I have a guy in the points category I want to go to, and that's going to be John Morant here. Let me find his line. I think he looks really good tonight, and this game's just going to be a dogfight. He's at 28.5. I think he goes for 30 tonight. Obviously, the last couple of games don't, add that up. The current trend does not have him kind of going over this, but I know this game against the Warriors means a lot. They're trying to avoid an 0-4 road run right now. There is no Steven Adams in this game for the Grizzlies. He's dealing with some knee soreness, but we know these two teams don't like each other. And Klay Thompson, Dylan Brooks, those guys. But John Morant, he can easily go for 30 to 40 on any team in the league. And the statistics, the defensive ratings for the Warriors have not been good. They've been giving up a ton of points to point guards all year. Their defense has been a lot better at home than it has on the road, and they are at home tonight. However, they've just been a bad defense overall this season. Not usually what we're accustomed to seeing from the Warriors, but they can still put up a lot of points. Steph is doing his thing again, and Morant's played well against them. He's hit 3 out of the last 4 games. We saw them play on Christmas Day as well. He went for 36 points in that matchup on Christmas Day, which is actually exactly a month ago. So I think John Morant actually has a real good game against them tonight. Like I said, I have him marked for 30 tonight, and I think it's going to be a real fun game to watch.
I love Morant here. I think this is a great spot for him, especially with a lot of bad blood between these two teams. Both teams definitely want to get their season back on track, and it definitely starts with a marquee matchup here tonight. So love that pick. I'm going to jump over to 3-pointers made with Grayson Allen. I know that this Bucks team is starting to get a little healthier. We saw Middleton come back. We saw Giannis play a really good game last game, but they're going to need the scoring out of Grayson Allen, and we know he shoots a ton of threes. In his last 5 games, he's been shooting around 5 threes a game, but That's just the average. We've seen games where he's shot in 7, 8 threes a game, and at 1.5, this is a great line for him. The minutes really haven't dipped, considering that they're starting to get healthy. He still gets really good run, right around 28 minutes a game, which is plenty enough for him. The spread dictates this game to not be very close, but I think they're underestimating how good that this Denver Nuggets team is. We saw really great performances out of them. We've seen some bad performances out of them, but I think this game is where everybody's going to step up and keep this game close. And he's hitting almost 60% on the season. So this is a great line for him. A lot of sports books have this right around minus 130, minus 125. I think this is an awesome line. I think this is definitely a line that a lot of people are going to be favoring tonight. So if you want to hop on it before it jumps to 2, I highly recommend that.
This is one of those games on the slate I don't want to miss either. Another really good matchup on the slate. I think it's going to be a lot closer than anticipated as well. Giannis might not be able to get away with a lot of things in the paint with Jokic down there, who is probably the current MVP again. He's going to go for his third MVP in a row. This Denver team's at the top of the West. Milwaukee's looking to be the top of the East. So it's going to be a really good matchup. And Grayson Allen, that's his role when he's out there, to shoot threes. I've been a guy that's been on Grayson Allen before on his three-pointers made. He worked out for me. And the Nuggets, they haven't been a great perimeter squad so far this season. So I think Grayson Allen can expose that. And with more scorers getting healthy on this team, he kind of goes under the radar and they can swing the ball to him. Giannis will be able to find him. This Nuggets team actually gives up, I think it's the fourth most assists to power forward. So Giannis could be looking to distribute the ball a little bit more, which could be really, really good for Grayson Allen. So I like that pick as well. That's going to be our 2-pick power. You don't have to do a 2-pick power if you don't like. If you're looking for a higher payout, they have 5x, 10x, 25x. You can go all the way up to that. Like I said, pair them up with some other guys, maybe some other sports. Drop a comment down below as well. And be sure to go check out the Patreon for $15 a month. We think it's really good value. So thank you for being here. Hit that subscribe button. We'll catch you next time. Peace out.